As pretty much everyone knows, Devon and LEVAN have been going back and forth breaking each other's records on the back pressure pronation lift. LEVAN recently lifted right around 75 kilograms, beating Devon's previous record by a few pounds. But Devon recently shared his thoughts on LEVAN's lift, responded with another PR of his own, and also said something that I think is especially interesting. Let's take a look at the lift first, and then at Devon's comments.
Set up and ready, go. Oh, it's so easy. It is a really light lift for me.
I want to see more wrist work. Show me more wrist work.
So first of all, I think this is a legit PR from Devon. If my math is correct, this should be 163.75 pounds. I've discussed before how Devon's forearm angle keeps increasing as he hits new PRs, so it's hard to tell if he's actually getting stronger or just cheating harder. But in this new lift, he increased the weight, and if anything, I think it looks like Devon's forearm angle is ever so slightly less steep than it has been on the last couple lifts. And I also think the weight moved a bit better, and Devon didn't look like he was imploding quite as much as normal, so I think that Devon is continuing to get stronger. And this makes sense, because Devon is a decent way into his taper at this point, meaning he has heavily reduced his overall volume, and is just focusing on maximal strength primarily. It's looking like he probably will hit 165 pounds or so after all, which is a really solid increase. Now, of course, LEVAN can do way more than this, and in the same video, Devon admits that he thinks LEVAN can probably hit around 85 kilograms on this lift. He said that LEVAN's 75 kilograms was super easy, and he definitely has more in him. For a while, Devon was saying that LEVAN had botched his preparation and he wasn't as strong as he used to be. But after seeing this, Devon is conceding that LEVAN is at his peak level, just as strong as the last time they faced. But Devon doesn't necessarily think this about LEVAN for every vector. What he says at the very end of the video is that he wants to see more wrist work. So it sounds like Devon is agreeing that LEVAN's bicep and pronation are at 100% right now, but he remains somewhat unconvinced by LEVAN's cupping training. In LEVAN's recent video, he did some cupping, but he was only lifting 80 pounds on it. This is obviously not very good for someone of LEVAN's level, and Devon sees right through this. I think most people agree that the wrist training we saw from LEVAN was not his real wrist training. It looked like he was just messing around doing some blood flow work at the very end of the training session. And as we've talked about before, Devon is putting everything he has into cracking that wrist back. Devon probably won't even attack LEVAN's pronation. He'll probably just give him his wrist for free. So while LEVAN's back pressure and pronation lift is definitely super impressive, reinforcing that LEVAN is totally uncontainable by any arm wrestler in the top 10, Devon is not going to be contesting that lane anyway. So Devon, as well as the rest of us, would be very interested in seeing more wrist training from LEVAN. Not just a blood flow set at the end of the session, but some heavy lifting that gives us a genuine gauge of LEVAN's cupping strength at the moment. But at the same time, it would be pretty funny if he just keeps trolling Devon. Maybe this time he'll put out a video of him doing wrist training with 40 pounds, less than 5 weeks out from match day.